Hello from Hibbert Immigration. Just want to wish you all a happy new year. Hopefully your year is off to a great start. Today is Family Day in Canada, and in the spirit of Family Day, I have some members of my family here with me. My daughters, Amelia and Liana. So Liana and Amelia will be interviewing me today. They're going to be asking me some questions for you to get to know me a little bit more. So we're going to get right into it.
So, where are you from?
I am from Jamaica. I am an immigrant myself, like many of you are. So I came here about 20 years ago with my family. So Jamaica is my home base from the parish of St. Thomas, for those of you who know Jamaica.
So, tell us about your journey to Canada.
So as I just mentioned, I came here with my family. I came through family sponsorship. So we were sponsored to Canada by a family member. And at the time I came with my parents, my mom and my dad, and 3 other siblings. So we made that move many years ago, and now we are in Canada. We are all Canadian citizens, and Canada for the past many years has become home to us.
What was your adjustment like?
My adjustment to Canada, it was pretty challenging at times, I must say. So when I came here as a young girl, the culture was the biggest shock for me. Things were done a little bit different than it was done in the island. Things were more free here. Even the simple thing of addressing a person, an older person, by their first name was a shock to me when I went to school and we could address teachers by their name. It was so strange that, I kept saying sir, miss, and they would even just say whatever their name was. So that was a change. Of course, the weather. Moving from a sunny island to cold Canada, it was a huge shock adjusting to the winter temperature, taking the bus, having the buses drive up and they were not in service on a freezing cold day when your fingers and your toes were so cold. So the weather was a big adjustment for me. The food was another big adjustment. There were many items here that I wasn't used to back in Jamaica. And then where I was from in St. Thomas was a bit of the country area. So even though in Kingston you could find certain things, in St. Thomas you couldn't. So just going even to a restaurant, looking at a menu and being totally lost as what the items were was a huge challenge and a huge adjustment. I also missed just home, my culture, my friends, my family members that I left back home. So it was an adjustment to making new friends. I started going to a new church and things were a little bit different. So in many regards, it was an adjustment process for me, but thank God over time, I slowly adapted and now it feels like home.
What advice would you give to someone who's making the move from another country to Canada?
So one thing I would say is definitely be wary of your expectations. So don't come to Canada thinking that Canada is going to be just like it is at home, because it's not. Depending on the country also where you're coming from, things might be very different. Some countries, yes, I agree, things may be a little bit similar, so that culture might not be a big deal, but depending on where you're from, the change in culture might be a big difference. So one thing I would say is definitely have your expectations right. Do some research before you come as to what goes on in Canada, as to what the weather is like, transit's like, school is like, accommodations, and those different things, they do make a big difference when you are making a move from one country to the next, and how well it is that you will actually enjoy being in that new country, or how much you will dislike being in that new country and wanting to go back home.
Why should someone leave their home country and settle in Canada?
So despite the challenges that one might face in making the adjustment, Canada is actually a wonderful place to live. So there are many opportunities that you can get here that you may not be able to get in your home country. I will honestly say that depending on the age that you're at, I guess the benefit may be different. So for younger people who haven't fully established somewhere else, making that change to Canada, it might benefit them a lot. There are opportunities here if a person is willing to work hard, and if a person is dedicated and they are willing to put in the effort that they need to put in to be able to accomplish what they want, whether it be personal, educational, whatever it is. You have to be willing to work hard, because if you are, then of course you can accomplish what you set out to accomplish. So yes, there are many opportunities here that can help to better your life. So you definitely want to do some research, see what it is that you can benefit from coming here, weigh what opportunities that you can gain from living in a country like Canada.
Oh, we're actually out of questions now, so the interview's over.
So thank you for listening. I hope you got an opportunity to know me a little bit more. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you in the upcoming year, sometime soon. I know for now it would be virtual, but hopefully in person we can have that in-person interaction again, and I'll get to see all your lovely faces. From our family to yours, happy Family Day.